So welcome back to some more Xenoblade Chronicles, where last time we made our way through a shortcut inside the Bionis to Macta Falls, or Macta Forest, I should say. A really huge foresty area full of whimsical nonsense. And this time, making our way further throughout Macta Forest, for this place is freaking huge. And dinos. Yeah, there's some really weird friggin' dinosaurs, including a Teryx that is just flying around that wants to murder everything. A pure cherry, and Macta Ansel. We actually need to kill one of these things. So, this time we are going to make further progress, and I want to show the stupidity that is Magnum Charge and frigging Sword Drive. So, you have to have full aggro, or, well, you have to have the talent gauge. So, have that fully set. Magnum Charge, Sword Drive. Look at the 8,000 damage from one move. It is easily the most powerful single burst move in the entire game. It is busted. I believe Berserker also stabs into this, or stabs, what, Pokemon? No, stacks into this, which is ridiculous. You have a Force Topple move? Why? Yeah, things are getting tougher, I guess. Hammer Beat, you die. Get out of here, you suck. That was only one of them. Sheesh. I guess it could just skip farm you real quick. It gives me a chance to see if Berserker actually does stack on top of all of the Magnum Charge stuff, because I don't remember if Magnum Charge is an aura. I don't think it is. I think it's just a buff. I want to say that's the case, but we're about to find out anyway. So, further up ahead, it should be the Ansel again? There it is. Hey, buddy, how you doing? And you got these dinos. Just be careful of the dinos. They can be weird. All right, Ansel, bring it on. All right, so let's do Berserk into Magnum Charge into Sword Drive. It does stack. That was 11,000. Oh my god. So yeah, definitely worth your time to stack all of those. Winged Awakening. Oh god, please, no, please don't do it. Please don't. Oh, you're crazed yourself, basically. Double attack and slow. Yay. So yeah, Sword Drive is just now that more ridiculously, more powerful. It is nuts of how much power you can get out of that thing. I love it. We can go across here if we want. I guess we can head across here. I think there's a landmark over here. We got bridge too. Lots of these bridges, and oh god, don't fall off of said bridge. And yes, if you can see it, you can go to it, including that area down there. There's just really nothing for us down there that I want to go and take care of, so I'm leaving it be. I'm hoping this Teryx just decides to be chill. I don't think it attacks people. Yeah, no, you're not a vision type or anything like that, so I think you just leave people alone as long as they don't attack you. Hope that's the case. So over on this side, I do want to go and investigate this. And you might look on the map, oh, there's a quest up there. There's no way to go and actually do that quest at this point in time, so keep that in mind. I need to be up on this ledge. Great, I love the terrain of this area. It's just, if that's the only complaint I have of Macta Forest, I'll take it. That is pretty much my only complaint, is that the terrain is kind of confusing at times. But, you are not a unique. I'm surprised we haven't ran into a unique monster. I don't think there's any for a bit either, so yeah, another weird thing that is just unique about Macta Forest. Got an Earth Ether deposit. Glad I take advantage of that. I'll have to start making some gems soon. And I guess the quickest way is just to run back and take the other place. I am really thinking about okay. As much as I like Macta Forest, I do not like the gear that you get from it, specifically the appearances of it, because you have Ryan's ass out the whole time with the legs. I mean, the same goes for Charla. I think Dunban's like the only, well, Dunban and Shulk that don't do that. And, oh, right, there's an ancient document here. Keep that in mind for later. That is a random red item orb that we'll need in the future. But, yeah, the forest clothing, needless to say, makes you look very skimpy, and I'm not one that complains too much about, showing too much skin, but, I mean, come on, I do not need to see Ryan's ass out the entire time, or Charlotte's for that matter, and she already wears skimpy enough clothing. Like, it's a bit much sometimes. Then again, I've always preferred, like, just giant sets of armor compared to, like, just little bits of clothing. Dumb bands look sick, just with normal clothing, but, yeah, no, I've never been a fan of skimpy, just the trope of anime armor. And oh my god, that is a huge brog. Yeah, they got these giant brogs here for some reason. Don't ask me why, they're kind of just chilling here, and, well, I'll let them chill. There's really nothing for us to do with them. Careful of Nebula as well. You keep seeing those little spiky things around their names. Trust me, you don't want to deal with that just yet. We have no way of dealing with that. We'll talk about it when we can. So, before anything, I'm kind of wanting to see if I can cut around here before the objective. Yes, I can. Because there's a little secret back here. I mean, not much of a secret, but it's secret nonetheless. Lemonade Sky. That reminds me that I really want lemonade again. Damn it. Freaking love lemonade. That and Southern Sweet Tea. I am very dangerous when it comes to both of those. Anyways. So, more item orbs. A shield bug. Okay, I guess we found a Heracross or something. I want that item orb. Oh, don't fall, please. And a honey rhubarb. That was not worth it. I'm getting a bunch of those. So, touch the crystal. Electric ether deposit. Not too shabby. And I forgot that I don't have quick step on Rhine. That's why it's feeling like it's taking forever to get through this place. But it just gives you a sense of how big this place is and how beautiful it looks. I mean, it's just a very natural area. It looks awesome. Anyways, we're going to the objective, finally, after so long of just screwing around. Let's go.
Over there.
Hey, are you okay? You.
Shulk, what's wrong? Another vision?
Kind of. I'm not sure. But first, she needs help.
You're right. Let's look for somewhere safe.
There, I see a clearing under a giant tree. We can easily watch for anything approaching.
Okay. I'll carry her.
She hasn't sustained any serious injuries, but her condition is far from stable.
Do you know what's wrong with her?
Her symptoms suggest ether deficiency. It's well known that Homs are strongly affected by ether levels in the environment. But I've never seen symptoms like this before. A sudden drop in ether content in the surrounding atmosphere causes a reaction. Symptoms range from fatigue to nausea. But in this girl's case...
What can we do?
We're gonna need water-type ether crystals. I'll load the crystals into a cartridge to shoot from my rifle.
Eh? You're gonna shoot her?
No, silly. I'll fire them into the air and the dispersed ether will heal her.
That's what I thought.
But the problem is the crystals. We can't just use any old crystal. They must be as pure as possible. This area must have a water source nearby. We should search there first.
I spotted a waterfall a little way back. What do you think, Charlotte? Would a waterfall produce pure crystals?
I can't think of a better place.
Then it's decided. I'll search for the crystals.
Hey, you're not going on your own.
I'll be okay. I need you to look after the group. We're short on water too, so I'll fill up our flasks.
Hey, good idea. Take care, man.
On her own again. And this time a Shulk. So, we need to go and get some water ether crystals. Remember that landmark I was saying before? This is where it's coming in handy. You do not want to walk all the way back as Shulk, just saying. And heading over here, there's that crystal. I want to take advantage of it first, because it respawned. That was easy.
Huh? Who are you?
Hello there.
Hello.
How unusual. It is quite rare to see a Homs in this region. I suppose you're wondering why I am here in that case. Then permit me to introduce myself. My name is Alvis.
Alvis? My name's...
It's Shulk. Isn't it?
How did you know that?
Wielder of the Monado, defender of Colony 9, the hero that has every mechon running. You're famous amongst all Homs.
I know you from somewhere.
They're here.
Huh?
The Monado emits a particular ether wavelength in its ground state. It must have drawn them.
Huh? Oh! What are they? Alvis! Get out of the way! I'll deal with this myself. From the left? Then I'll go. Huh? How? Now, from above! It can't be! I saw its movements before it struck! How can it...
It is a Telethia.
Telethia?
They can read your mind. Whether you have a vision or not, if they know your next move, it's all in vain.
You know about my visions? How could you possibly...
There is only one way. Stop it in its tracks, then dull its perception.
No, Alvis! Stop! You don't know how to... Huh? A new symbol? That was... amazing.
I suggest you stop staring. The sword is yours to wield.
What was that light?
The Monado does not control itself. You control it.
I control it. By the light of the Monado. I will stop them.
What the hell are you? So, before anything, I want to look at Alvis. Because he has an unbeatable gem. What does this do? Probability of surviving with 1 HP when incapacitated. Yeah, he has a chance to just survive death. He's pretty freaking cool. He has a claymore as well, which that's what has the unbeatable gem on. But yeah, he's quite overpowered. He is not a playable character by any means, but he's pretty freaking cool. As for Shulk, we now have Purge. Fighting Telethia using Purge. Purge removes a monster's aura and temporarily prevents them from activating another aura. Telethia's aura, which is Soul Read, is very strong, for it will just dodge everything you throw at it until you purge it. Remember to replenish the talent gauge by auto-attacking so you can activate the Monado, yes. So, focus one at a time. Alvis will be here to help us out, and he's actually lower level than us, which is kind of funny. So, we'll see in just a second with these Telethia. We can now do Purge. Let's purge this one. Boom. So now he's aura sealed. He cannot, well, attack us very well. Now, here's the thing. Soul Read can also be negated from Ether Arts. They can't dodge Ether. They can only read your movements, not what the ether can do around them. So, let's go back on you and purge you. There we go. This is part of the reason why I say try to get as many Monado stacking things as you can when it comes to getting the talent gauge, because it's very well worth your time to get that talent gauge. So let's do that and heal myself. And as you can see, we'll just start missing all the time. So we'll purge you. Purge is very helpful not only just against Telethia, but also on enemies that have Spike on them. Spike is something we haven't really seen too much, but those little spiky things that are on the Nebulas' names that we've seen before, that's what that is, and we can remove that with Purge. It's very nice to go and get rid of. I'm kind of waiting to see if you do a soul read. I don't know if you will. Are you going to do a soul read? If not, I'm just going to save it for the next guy. Let's do that. There we go. Purge. So yeah, Purge is very, very well worth your time. Sealing auras is very much needed. It is a very powerful tool indeed. I'm so glad we finally have that.
Well, you see now, Shulk?
Thank you. Hey, wait a second. More importantly, where on Bionis did you learn to use the Monado?
They were not the primary Telethia. Merely its spawn. The primary Telethia dwells elsewhere in Machna Forest. Is it wounded? I see. The Telethia is hurt and lies in rest, wounded by a girl.
A girl?
The Monado is a divine sword capable of disturbing the very fabric of existence. Of both the material and the immaterial.
Alvis, how do you know so much about the Monado? Who are you?
Shulk! Shulk!
Huh? That's Rhine. I'm over here!
Shulk, we looked all over for you. Thought you'd been eaten by the forest.
Sorry, Rhine. I got attacked by Telethia. If it hadn't been for Alvis, I wouldn't have survived.
Alvis? Who's that?
I'll introduce you. He's the one that... Alvis? But he was...
There's no one here.
I'm telling you, he was right here. He even taught me how to unlock a new power from the Monado.
Just you and me, Shulk. Ain't no one else around. You probably passed out from dehydration and dreamt this guy up. Come on. Wait till the others hear this.
He was here, Rhine. I didn't dream it. I'm not lying.
Okay. I believe you. And while you were having fun with your imaginary friend, did you find any ether crystals?
Yes. Good quality ones, too.
Perfect. Come on. We should hurry them back to Shala. Hang around here long enough and we'll get whacked by an imaginary beast.
I'm not lying. Alvis, who are you?
An enemy that renders your visions useless. This forest holds many surprises. Not least creatures we've never seen before. And now we know there is another who can use the Monado.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet him.
So you weren't just having a sneaky nap then?
No.
I'm just saying. You and Dunban are the only ones I know that can wield the Monado. How would this guy know how?
Okay, locked and loaded. Everyone, stand back.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, she's coming round. All thanks to our medic.
Are you okay?
Where am I?
Everything's fine. You're gonna be...
Get your hands off me!
Ah! Hey, watch it!
Forgive me. I did not mean to...
Sorry if we surprised you.
Are you the ones who helped me?
Well, something like that.
Excuse me. My name is Melia. Forgive my indiscretion. I have not had the pleasure of coming into contact with the male Homs.
Coming into contact?
Hey, Shulk, you're creeping this lady out.
Shut up, Ryan.
This large one is far worse.
Me?
Melia, is it? How did you get here then? What, is there no one with you? I must apologize, but my situation does not concern you. And I shall not be divulging anything to common passers-by.
Duly noted, your ladyship. But if I were to be so bold, I'm guessing that you didn't come here alone. And you weren't just taking an afternoon nap.
And what, may I ask, are you doing here? It is rare to see Homs venture this deep into Machna Forest.
We're traveling to the head of the Bionis. We've got a long journey ahead of us.
The head of the Bionis?
We were just figuring out how to get there when we found you.
I see. Then permit me to return the favor by aiding you in your quest.
Really?
There is only one path to the head of the Bionis. It is the path that leads to Erith Sea.
So, this Erith Sea is at the head of the Bionis.
If you would be kind enough to escort me out of the forest, I will show you the way.
You do that? Thank you, Melia. I'm Shulk. Pleased to meet you.
Shulk? Ah, yes. Likewise. She's a bit high and mighty. But she's a Homs too, right? Why is she here alone?
Ain't got a clue. Ask her yourself. I'm not good with her posh accent.
We shall travel to the Nopon village.
Nopon village? That's where we've been heading. We reckon it's our best chance of making it to the top.
Since inhabiting the region, the Nopon have been a great help. You can travel to Erith Sea from their village.
It's settled. We'll make our way to the Nopon village.
Very well. The Nopon inhabit a giant tree. If we follow this trail, we will be safe.
Onwards and upwards. And now we have Spike. We'll get more into this now that we're finding monsters just with Spike stuff now. Now that we have Purge, we now have to deal with things called Spike. These can have a range of effects, ranging from counter spikes to down spikes to close spikes. There's a bunch of different types of spikes, and some of them are very, very ruthless. So, Purge is very much needed. Spike defense gems are also very, very helpful. So there's that. Along with that, we have a new member entirely of Melia, who is freaking awesome. Easily one of my favorite party members of the entire game. So, starting off with her, for one, you can't change her head for some reason, and she is basically your mage. We'll go into more detail with her now since, for spoiler alerts, she's basically a permanent party member. She's just kind of going in and out of the party for right now, but she will permanently join us in the near future. So, talking more broadly, she's our mage. She uses elemental arts, as you can see here, Bolt, Flare, Aqua, and all that, to do different effects, and she attacks them via her talent art, Elemental Discharge. She's the only character where her talent art isn't a charge or anything like that. She actively uses this to discharge her elements to charge up her own talent art to deal even more damage, hence Elemental Burst. So, all of her abilities rely on Ether. She is your biggest Ether user, more than Sharla is. she is easily one of the strongest members in the group, but you have to be careful to not accrue a ton of aggro since she is very squishy. She's a mage after all. Overall though, she is amazing. To the point where I am actually going to steal a bunch of the ether arts that are from Sharla. Can I really? Okay, yeah, no, I can. I'm going to steal some of the ether arts that she has because Sharla's good and all that, but she is not an attacker. That is definitely not a thing that she is good at. So, take HP up just to keep her alive longer. And I am putting on all of the ether-based things on her immediately. The higher the ether, the better. Because she does a ton of damage. She is a master when it comes to damage over time and just doing a bunch of different effects. So, do I really not? Okay, I have another ether up too. And, man, I really don't have much. I guess agility, it's not much, but I'm going to have to make some new stuff. Bad thing too is, like Dunban, she has better armor than we currently have, so we can't really change out her equipment all too easily, so there's that. But here's a good thing about Melia as well. Unlike Sharla, who's better to have higher agility to dodge things, Melia is actually better when it comes to heavier armor because, well, her point is to not accrue aggro in the beginning, or at all for that matter. It's a delicate matter to process with that, but you don't want her taking a bunch of aggro. That means you can afford to have her with a heavier armor since she's not really agility based, not like Shulk or Sharla. As for arts, let's get into this. Summon Bolt. Electricity increases ether. Discharge inflicts large damage. So, it's an electric-based attack that does a bunch of damage if you use it as an elemental discharge. But here's the thing. Her elementals will stick by her shoulders before you unleash them. When they're around her shoulders, they have added effects. For example, it will grant ether up to all allies who are near her. Very nice for characters like Sharla. Summon Flare. It creates a fire elemental that provides a strength up to all nearby allies. Very good for basically all your physical dealing friends, such as Shulk, Dunban, and Rhine. And if it's used as an attack, it does an AoE, a damage over time called Blaze. Very nice art for supporting members while also granting a pretty good damage over time buff. Aqua. This creates a water elemental that provides a health regeneration to the whole party. If it's used as an attack, it will hurt the enemy and will steal health from them, giving it back to Melia. Very, very nice, especially to keep her alive. Hypnotize. Inflict sleep on enemies. It's basically Sharla's tranquilizer. I'm not a fan of sleep, because as you saw with Quad Wings, like last episode, you could just get punched out of sleep. I guess it's nice. I didn't mention this with sleep. If you put an enemy to sleep and they get hit, it is a guaranteed critical, but it's very hard to pull off just because of the auto attack system. Shadow Stitch. This makes it to where you inflict bind on enemies, restricting their movement. It's nice if you need to get away from enemies, or if you want to bind something and let Shulk do backslash or something like that. It could be nice for that too, but that's kind of a more situational deal. Spear Break. It's a physical hit that knocks enemies back and inflicts slow. This will be way more important in the future, trust me on that. It is very, very good. Then you have Healing Gift. Sacrifice your own HP to restore an HP of a party member. This is kind of just a gimmicky one at that. So, if you're wanting to make her more of a healer, you can do that. She can be good with that when it comes to someone Aqua, but honestly, Sharla's the healer, and this is more of just a situational thing. I'd rather just deal damage with Aqua and get my health back that way, but that's me. Burst End. Releases latent power, reducing the defense of enemies in range. It's interesting. It's only available during an elemental burst, which you have to charge up anyways. It's not bad, but there's better things to use the elemental burst on, so. As for her talent gauge, when you fill it out, it will cause elemental burst. It basically just increases the damage of all of your discharge. That sounds really bad out of context, but it does by 2 times. It's very, very, very good, and like I said, Melia completely relies on this art to deal damage with her elementals, so it makes her talent art very helpful in that factor. As for level ups, I think I'm gonna go for Spear Break. It's weird, but I'm gonna put a couple into there. I also really love Summon Bolt. It's easily one of her strongest arts, damage-wise. And I'll level up some Flare and a little bit of Aqua. Because Aqua's actually pretty nice. A lot of people sleep on Aqua. I like Aqua a lot. So there you go. Did anybody... Oh, Shulk's Monado Purge. Yeah, there's that. Kind of like Shield when it comes to the Monado arts. Higher Purge you have, the better thing... the more things you can actually purge off of. So it is actually pretty worth your time to use this. It increases the effect time and increases the damage. Pretty nice. I don't know if I want to level that up all the way, per se, but that is something. As for anything else, I guess we could finally finish off Backslash. I'll get some Slit Edge in there, because we have all the physical arts that Shulk will ever learn, so we'll get those. Sharla, not really much of a fan of any of this. I guess I could get a Head Shaker, but that only increases the damage and the cooldown, or decreases the cooldown. I guess better than nothing. I guess I'll get Metal Blast just to have more of it. Dunban. What do I want for Dunban? I guess Gale Slash and... Actually, I want Worldly Slash. I'm surprised I haven't leveled that up at all. It's pretty cheap, too. And we'll level up Gale Slash once. And I think that's it for that. Yeah, that's all I'll do for that. Rhine. I know I already put some... Oh, I still need more AP for Sword Drive. That's unfortunate. And I guess I could put more here. Let's get more into... Well, screw it. Let's just max out these two. Why not? Because I'm not really using any of these other ones as well. So we'll play around as Melia for a little bit. So with how powerful Melia is, it really brings into a point about how bad Sharla really is. Talking more about ether-based attacks, Mechon cannot dodge it. And here's the thing. Mechon cannot block ether damage. Now, granted, yes, they only take 50% of the damage from ether-based attacks, but it means you don't have to worry about Monado Enchant still. You can still deal a lot of damage as Melia. And while Sharla can technically deal damage to Mechon with one art, all of Melia's attacks are ether-based, meaning she can deal with Mechon whenever she wishes. Along with that, Melia just does way more damage over time, and attacks much more consistently rather than Sharla. And along with that, Melia has just better arts. She has better colored arts. It doesn't mean that Sharla is useless, it just means that Sharla has a lot less going for her now that we have Melia. And I do not want to do that. No, leave me alone. I just want to show off Melia's attacks. Please leave me alone. These are these X that we need to go and kill. Leave me alone. You are so aggro heavy. Thank you, Jesus. But that doesn't mean that Melia is overpowered beyond belief. You still have to be careful with how you use her. You don't want to spam a bunch of arts and accumulate a bunch of aggro. You want to be careful with her. So, starting off, I'm going to set up Bolt, then we'll do Flare, and then we'll do Aqua. She can have 3 elementals out at once. So there we go. We can show off Shadow Stitch, make you not be able to move, and I just attracted everything here. That's just peachy. And we can see, yeah, we have Regeneration up, we have Strength up. So if you just want her to sit in the back and just do that, it's great. We can put you to sleep. Yeah, do a bunch of damage still. And, oh, that has a Topple art. Some enemies will have a spike, or not a Topple art, a Topple spike. Some enemies will have a spike if you topple them. The X are a prime example of that. So let's send out an elemental. Aqua gives us a big HP bonus back. As for Blaze, or, well, Flare, inflicts Blaze, and we can do a bunch of damage with Bolt. Pretty nice. Alright, let's do another one of these. We'll do a different order. And as you can see, the talent gauge is filling up as we're using more and more of our elemental arts. Pretty nice. As I said, though, Melia can be squishy, but she is easily one of the most powerful members of the party. She is insanely powerful. So let's set up that with Blaze. What I like to do personally is just have Aqua be one of the first things you pick and just let it sit in the back. Let it just regenerate everybody's health. It almost works better than Sharla in a lot of cases because, well, Aqua doesn't go away. And if you really needed to, you could just summon another Aqua, and if you need a quick heal on Melia, just pop an Aqua. It works very well in that factor. So, and along with that, what I can show after this guy's dead, there we go, is chain attacks. She is amazing for chain attacks because her talent gauge is always active, meaning she always has a black art as long as she has an elemental. It's very freaking good. We'll do Sword Drive. Oh my god, that was half his health. And we'll do Gale Slash. Along with that, as the chains go further and further, she can easily chain it higher and higher due to her elemental discharges. It's very good. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, I am very much a big fan of Melia. She is easily one of my favorite party members to use. She's awesome. And I will be playing as her a lot. So we'll set Aqua in the back, we'll have Blaze, we'll have Bolts. I'll put you to sleep, and then we'll set off one of those. Along with that, her talent gauge progression when it comes to all of her arts, it doesn't go away until you actually use the discharge. So it's pretty freaking cool in that factor as well. Alright, set that out, we'll set up another bolt, and we'll hit you with another bolt. So yeah, you can just see she does a ton of damage over time. It's awesome.
Now have you realized our true power?
But we mustn't be careless.
Who else wants some?
So much for not being careless. So, with all that said and done, we got a new art entirely on Shulk that allows us to get rid of, well, spikes and auras. And we got a whole new party member of Melia, one of my favorite members ever. I think that's a pretty good place to end things off. So, next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, we're heading to a village nearby to get us to the top of the Bionis Head. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.